right, Chicago, we are back. And it's time for free agency in the Year 5 offseason with your Chicago Blackhawks. With plenty of cap flexibility, $20 million after the window is closed for your Blackhawks. What can the general manager of Chicago do to perhaps get them back in cup contention for one more year? It's going to be tough. I mean, Patrick Kane, Jonathan Toews, we no longer have Sergei Bobrovsky. But last year got dominated in the first round. It's time for a change-up. Now, I was reading your comments. A lot of different suggestions right here. I might as well go over what the team looks like just so you know exactly what the plan is going into free agency. So with the goaltenders, we gave up on Sergei Bobrovsky. He failed for us in the last 2 years. And this Punanov's guy, he's got the medium elite 78 overall. We've got to play him. I'd imagine he's going to get somewhat of a jump at this year. Even if it's only up to like 80, 81, we still got to play him. If he plays one season as the starting goaltender or a backup who becomes a starting goaltender, somewhere between 30, 40, 50 games played, that magical area, then next season by a 23-year-old goaltender, he'll be like mid-80s. It'll be perfect. So Punanovs, we're going to have to find a backup goaltender, though, or a starting goaltender who's not that good. Defensemen, we have Bokvis, we have Shea, we got Sanheim, we got Jokiharju, we have Delmas, hang on a second, let me just sort by overall. Shea, Bokvis, Sanheim, Jokiharju, Jensen, and Delmas. But I was thinking that we could improve our chances by going out and getting a stud defenseman and then splitting some ice time on the bottom six with Jensen and Delmas. Because Delmas is a rookie who was drafted in the 7th round. We don't know what this guy's all about just yet. He hasn't even played in the AHL, so I can't take a look at his advanced analytics. He looks like an offensive defenseman, though. Just the amount of points that he's getting. And if you take a look at his, the individual stats, I mean, look, offensive awareness, passing is up there, but physical is way down there, and skating is way down there. So I don't know if he's quite NHL ready. So getting a defenseman would be beneficial for us. And forwards, we still have Kane, Panarin, Forsberg we traded for at the trade deadline last season. Jonathan Toews, we just picked up Luke Kunin at the NHL draft just because, what's his name? Oliver Bjorkstrand was not happy as a third liner. He just was not simming well. So now we have a very good defensive third line center and also a top penalty killer. So that's going to be nice. DeBrincat is in there. Andronov had a fantastic rookie season. Kabanoff is going to be given the chance. I don't know if Kurt Adams is going to be good enough to play in the NHL. Hopefully he gets a little bit of a jump, but he seems to be... he seems to be capping off there. We'll see if he gets a jump this season. But even with those forwards right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9, but I'd say 8. So we need 4 forwards, a defenseman, and a goaltender. That's why we have $20 million of cap space. Now, I know I can make it work. A lot of different suggestions, though, for who we should go after here in free agency. So first, we'll just take a look at the goaltenders, right? We'll just get that out of the way. We need a goaltender. We're going to have to get one of these guys. It doesn't matter. Sort by overall. Sergei Bobrovsky's at the top of the list, but was not happy with his production last season, and he wants $7 million. It's not going to happen. So Jonathan Quick is next up. A lot of people are saying Jonathan Quick would be a great goaltender. Don't know his overall, but he's only asking for 2.8. So if he was asking for like 1 point something, he would be down at 81, 80 overall. The fact that he's asking for 2.8 shows that he's at least like an 82, 83. Now, he's going to drop because he's 37 years of age, so you're going to get that preseason drop, but that's what we want, right? We kind of want Punanovs and Quick to be the same overall, but by the end of the year, Quick continues to drop off. Punanovs hopefully grows, and he finishes the season playing all those games. So I think Jonathan Quick would be the best bet right here. Some people were saying Malcolm Subban. Problem with Malcolm Subban is he wants 3.6, which is more than Jonathan Quick, and he's 29 years of age. I mean, a goaltender who's 29, you could go kind of long-term with him. It's Punanovs. We're going after Punanovs. I could also go for Pekka Rinne, but that's what I mean about Pekka, 1.350 compared to Jonathan Quick. I don't know Jonathan Quick's overall. What kind of stats did he put up last season? Let's see. Last year, 70 games played, a 914 save percentage. I mean, that's just on a bad team. On a good team, a 914 save percentage is going to mean a lot more wins. And we don't need, Bobrovsky was never a Vezina Trophy goaltender for us. We just need someone who's consistent. So Jonathan Quick, I'm going to target to bring here to Chicago. 1 year. I want to make sure I get him. Yeah, I want to make sure I get him. 1 year, $3 million for Jonathan Quick. All right. Defenseman now. All right, so Shane Gostisbehere. There's really no one else that I want to go after. Everyone else is basically the same kind of defenders that we have. That depth, that top 4 depth. Cody Ceci, I don't think he's 87 overall, but he wants $5.3 million over, what was it, 6 years? No, thank you. Shane Gostisbehere, he only wants a 4-year deal, and that fits into our contract strategy. We signed a lot of players to a 4-year deal, and he only wants $6.5 million. So 4 years. The other teams are trying to get him. I'd be willing to go up to $7 million for Shane Gostisbehere. The reason is, hang on a second, let me just take a look at his stats here. We need some more offense on the blue line. We have Bachvis, but Jokiharju isn't exactly killing it on the PP. So it would be it would be Gostisbehere and Bachvis now on the power play as your two guys who can really control the play. I look at seasons like 1920 and even 2021. Those are the kind of years I'm looking for. 30 assist seasons, 20 goals. I mean, I don't know how he got that many goals. 201 shots. I don't need him to score goals. I just need him to be a good power play specialist for us. Yeah, and we're going to have the power play tuners up to 404 for this year's regular season, so I'd expect those numbers to go up. And 30 years of age with, even if it's got top 4 potential, I can always trade this guy when he's 32, 33. $7 million ain't that much, and we've already taken care of all of our contracts, so we're fine. So Shane Gostisbehere, 4 years, $28 million, baby. Come on to Chicago. All right, so that's Gostisbehere. And now the forward core. What did I say? We need 4 forwards. Now, this man, Jason Zucker, everyone was saying go after him. And, yeah, I absolutely agree with this. We want to get ourselves another penalty killer to play alongside of Luke Kunin. Look at those takeaways to giveaways. He hits, he blocks shots. I know it's a third liner, but he's going to get his ice time. What kind of ice time is he getting here? Yeah, almost 20 minutes. He was being played as a first liner there in Minnesota. He won't quite get 18 minutes, but yeah, 16, 57, 15 minutes. It'll be somewhere around there. He'll get plenty of penalty kills. And also, with the penalty sliders up at 4 for this season, more penalty kills equals more ice time. So Jason Zucker, I want you on the team. And it's perfect because he only wants 4 years as well. So I'll go 4 times 5 for him. So we got $5 million for Zucker. $7 million for Gostisbehere, so we're up to 12, and then $3 million for Jonathan Quick, so we're up to 15. So we have $5 million left to get 3 forwards. Now, usually when you sign these contracts, there's also a little bit extra left over, so I'd say I have like $7 or $8 million here. So let's just target some depth, some real depth. I don't need to get any of these guys. I need guys who can keep the puck out of the net. Some people were saying Ryan Hartman, all right, Zach Hyman, who else was it? Ryan Getzlaf. Let me see Ryan Getzlaf. He's 38. What kind of stats does he have? I love his faceoffs, like a 4th line center. That would be fine for me. He's not putting up great points, but I'd imagine ice time, he's not getting a lot. Yeah, only 11 minutes time on ice now. What's his... He hits. Okay, so he does hit, and he takes the puck away. Okay, so I like Ryan Getzlaf as a 4th liner. He hits, and there's a few giveaways in there, but if I use him as a 4th liner and I don't put him on the power play, I'd imagine he's not going to have that many giveaways. So, yeah, I agree with that. 38 years of age. His speed is going to drop off, but you don't need speed in the 4th line, and as long as those defensive stats stay where they are, yeah, and he's not going to cost that much, 1.475. And if he shits the bed over the course of the year, I can always replace him. All right, so 1, there you go. Now I just need 2 guys on the wing for Ryan Getzlaf. So if we have Getzlaf who can pass the puck, let me see here. I could go for no, let's not go for a sniper. Let's just I already have Luke Kunin. I have Jason Zucker. Getzlaf might be able to kill some penalties. Let's go for another penalty killer here. You guys were saying Zach Hyman. How much does he want? He wants $2 million. I could do that. What kind of... I think Zach Hyman's more offensive. Actually, I take it back. In the last few years, he's had more takeaways to giveaways. Yeah, that season. What about go all the way down to year number 1? No, he's been good. Zach Hyman's been good. All right. I'll sign Zach Hyman. Let me take a look at some of these stats here. Yeah, he's just well-rounded. All right, so Zach Hyman and what's his name? Ryan Getzlaf. I'll go 1-year deal for you on the 4th line. All right, and then we just need one more guy. You know, I like the way Ferland played. If he's got a grinder, power forward, and 2-way guy beside him now. I mean, I like the way he played. He had more giveaways. He was good during the regular season for us. He was a +3 with 19 points, but during the playoffs, I'm -4. Let me see. I had $5 million, 1 to thing, $2 million. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go back after Michael Ferland. Yeah, he had a good regular season. I want that grinder. He can kill penalties. All right, so I'll go. Actually, no one's going to go after him. I'll go, yeah, there you go. 2.1. All right, so 1 year, 2.1. So there it is. We have Ferland, we have Hyman, we have Getzlaf. I know I need 4 forwards, and I got myself Zucker. We're probably going to need an extra 2 for depth, but I can pick that up later. So hopefully I can sign all those guys. All right, first come, first serve. If we run out of cap space, so be it. But I want to see. So hang on, approach. So there it is. All right, so 6.5, 4.7. Oh, no, those are what they wanted. That's not what I offered them. So Goshaspir, Zucker, Ferland, Hyman, and Getzlaf. Let's see if they sign. And also we have Jonathan Quick. So hopefully hopefully my math is not off here and we can actually get all these players signed. Come on now, game. Don't screw me over. So let's simulate ahead. Hopefully no other team gets claimed to those players. Zucker might go somewhere. So Ryan Getzlaf is a member of the Chicago Blackhawks. Man, Duck fans are not going to like that. Michael Ferland, all right, so our 4th line is filling up. Jonathan Quick, welcome to the Chicago Blackhawks. Zach Hyman rejected our offer. All right, so Zach Hyman went to the Vegas Golden Knights, so I'm going to have to replace him. So I got Ferland, Getzlaf. I'm going to have to find a right winger on the 4th line. Let me just get the 2 big guys signed, though, if I have that kind of money. So Jason Zucker has accepted our offer. Good, he's on our team. And Shane Goshaspir has accepted our offer. Beautiful. So with all that cap flexibility, we have retooled. Yeah, and our cap space is 6.5. See what I mean? They always give you a little bit of room there, even though you sign those contracts. All right, so let me just go back to this. Forwards, what do we got here? Hornqvist, he is a power forward? What kind of numbers does he put up? Ryan Getzlaf and like a guy like Hornqvist back there. He's 36. Yeah, ooh, damn, those are good numbers. He takes the puck away. Yeah, you know what? Patrick Hornqvist, 36. What's his potential? 3rd line scoring forward. He's 82, so even if he drops down, yeah, I like that. I like Patrick Hornqvist, and I have the room for him. I mean, I have the cap space for him, so yeah, 2.8. There you go. And you guys were saying Ryan Hartman. Let me take a look at his stats here. Bring him back to Chicago. No, he's more offensive based. Well, actually, last season it wasn't that bad. I think he wants a little bit too much, 1.8. Now, at this point, it would be depth. I'd have to go down here and get these depth players. Like Kovalchuk could be a depth player for us. What's it called? Bobby Ryan could be a depth player for us. In fact, I might even just do that just for some offense. Okay, well, let's just get these guys signed, and then I can take it to free agency. Because I want to save as much money as we can, because over the course of the year, we'll stop it at the trade deadline. We can make some trades then. Go on a one last run here. Come on. Get signed. Oh, my God. Everyone's... What the fuck? What the hell's going on? Patrick Hornqvist now decided not to sign with the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm having a tough time signing this right winger. Holy hell. James Neal. All right, we're starting to fall off now in the overalls. I missed that on 2 good players. That kind of pisses me off. All right, Ryan Hartman, it's got to be you. Yeah, it's got to be you. I'm going to make sure I pay him, too. 1 year, all right, at 2.5. I have the money. I want to make sure I don't lose out on Ryan Hartman. Someone else might offer him a contract. And you know what? I'm going to give a deal to Ilya Kovalchuk as well. You never know. It's only going to cost me $1 million. We'll see what this guy can do. I'd imagine his offensive stats are still decent enough. Yeah, he's shooting. Like, this guy would be a shooter, right? Last year, he had 15 goals. The year before that, 31. What was his time on ice, though, last year compared? 12 minutes compared to the year 18. So I'm pretty sure if you give him some time, he might be able to fire the puck home. And if not, he can play in the AHL. Only costs us $1 million. All right, backup goaltender. Oh, I'm going to need a goalie for the AHL as well. I might as well just get that. Someone cheap. Someone on like a 2-year deal or 2-way deal. Here we go, all the way down here. Jekyll. Yeah, offer contract, 1 year, 8.750. Thank you very much. All right, so we missed out on Zach Hyman. We missed out on Patrick Hornqvist. Did I not offer them enough money? I thought I did. Kovalchuk, though, he sees his final chance to get a Stanley Cup. He signs with the Chicago Blackhawks, and Ryan Hartman comes home. And there's Jekyll. All right, so there is our team. We have some veteran leadership now on the 4th line. Ryan Getzlaf. Some veteran leadership in the net. Jonathan Quick. guys who have won Stanley Cups in their career. So we have a Hall of Fame team right here, boys. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to simulate the preseason. Okay, so here we are, year number 6's preseason. I've already gone ahead with the line changes, so I will show you the new look Chicago Blackhawks. Very similar to how we finished the year last season. I was thinking of putting Forsberg on the first line because Panarin, DeBrincat, and Andronov simulated quite well last season until we split them up. But I don't like the idea of two shooters on the same line. Forsberg and Kane both did fantastic for us in the playoffs on their two separate lines. It was just the bottom six and our goaltending, and you could even say our blue line, that let us down. So I want to see what a full year of season simulation like this works, and also I'm very interested to see what the overalls are for Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane. Toews is 35. He's getting to that age now where he actually may retire if he drops off. 35, 36, 37, hell yeah. If they get into the lower 80s, it could happen. So we got to get another Stanley Cup here, boys. Second line, Forsberg, DeBrincat, Andronov. I'm willing to bet Andronov grew a little bit, especially after a 30-goal season. That was a great year for him last year. Third line, here we go. The new look third and fourth line, all defense. Instead of Nemesnikov, Nick Schmaltz, and Bjorkstrand, three guys who are really offensive-based. Sure, Bjorkstrand can hit. Now I have two guys who are all about defense. Jason Zucker, Luke Kunin, and Timofey Kabanov, our draft pick from year 2 in the 3rd round. Playmaker, he's ready to go. I'm going to put a playmaker alongside of these two guys. Hopefully, he's going to have some giveaways, but hopefully these two guys help out defensively, and we'll just see how it works out. If that doesn't work out on that third line, that guy might be trade bait because I don't know. I don't know where else he could play right now on this team as a playmaker, and he's not going into the AHL. That was 81 overall at 3-bar. We still have to unlock all these players by playing in preseason. And then the fourth line, Michael Furland, Ryan Getzlaf. I want to see if he's dropped off to the point where we don't want to use him anymore, and Ryan Hartman. So there's our forward core for year number 6. The defensemen, Brady Shea with Bachvist, Gostisbehere with Sanheim, and Jensen with Jokiharju. I was thinking about putting Gostisbehere with Bachvist, but they're both offensive-based defensemen. I don't want to do that. I'd rather have an offensive defenseman with a two-way offensive defenseman, and then Jokiharju, who I really haven't been a fan of his growth. I don't really like the way he plays either. He plays like an offensive defenseman, but he's not getting offensive defenseman type stats. So I'm going to see what I mean. He doesn't throw the body. He gives the puck away a lot because he's trying to make stuff happen. So I'm going to play him alongside of the defensive defenseman, Nicholas Jensen. And if his overall drops off, fine, so be it. All right, Jokiharju just didn't turn out to what we wanted him to be. Even Bachvist, I was hoping by now he'd be close to 90 overall. We must have stunted his growth somehow. Special teams. All right, so we have Panarin. Oh, wait, hang on a second. Did I change anything right there and not turn it back? No, we're good. All right, so special teams. We have Panarin. DeBrincat is on the first-line power play instead of Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane. Bachvist and Sanheim on the point, and then Philip Forsberg, Toews, and Andronov with Jokiharju and Gostisbehere. So we're not going with the 4 forwards on the power play anymore. That was last season when we had goal scorers on the third line. This year we have defensive players on the third line, so we're going to use 2-point men. 4-man power play, DeBrincat, Kane, Panarin, Toews, Forsberg, Andronov with Bachvist and Gostisbehere as the D-man. Penalty kill, here's where it gets interesting. Kunin and Zucker. Our PK should be great this season with Brady Shea and Nicholas Jensen. I'm throwing Jensen on the first line PK because he's a defensive defenseman and he's got some help with these 3 guys. And that frees up Getzlaf, Furland with Sanheim and Jokiharju. So these guys are a little bit lower, but the blue liners are better. And up here we got the forwards. 3-man penalty kill, Kunin and Toews. If we get to a 3-man penalty kill, I'll use Jonathan Toews on the second. 4-on-4 looks like that. 4-on-4 continued. 3-on-3 looks like that. All right. Extra attackers, Patrick Kane and Forsberg, the 2 goal scorers. Goaltenders, it's got Jonathan Quick. We have to uncover his overall right now. And scratch players, we have Antoine Roussel, our defensive scratch player. Ilya Kovalchuk, our offensive scratch player. And Jacob Galvis, the man who always sits in the press box for the Chicago Blackhawks. In the AHL, we have to uncover their overalls, but Kurt Adam, Varlamov, Janssen, Chibarov. Don't know if they're going to be NHL ready or not, but if they are, that might be the replacement for Ryan Getzlaf if he drops off. And Yeah, on the point, Delmas, he was ready to play in the NHL, but I just don't know about those stats just yet. They look offensive. Let's get 1 year in the AHL just to see how he simulates alongside of Kari Koivu and goaltenders Lindholm and Jekyll, all right? So that's everything, Chicago. Let's not waste any more time. Ideally, I'd like to take this video up to the trade deadline. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do quick cut the simulation here, all right? We're in pretty much automatic mode right now. Let's get through preseason, and then we'll take it month by month. We'll just we'll do a real-time simulation for preseason, just so we can maybe take a look at the players' overalls after that. But I don't expect too much trouble here in year number 6. The team is deep. And I know if anyone watched the video the other day with Ovechkin trying to get up to 93 goals, I didn't exactly have a deep team, especially the forward core, and we were still one of the best teams in the NHL. I don't know, man. It's tough. How do you create a squad? I have so many different ideas. I think depth does help out in the long run, but you need that stud. You definitely need that stud up front. We don't have that stud on the blue line. I think that might be holding us back. We don't have that 90-plus overall stud on the blue line. It was supposed to be Bachfest. We just have a bunch of top 4 defensemen. Waivers will be in effect, blah, blah, blah. And now, I mean, we picked up Forsberg, we have Panarin, but Patrick Kane, our big-time stud, he might be in the 80s. So we still have that depth. The goaltender situation is a little bit rough, but I think we are a playoff team. Now, hang on. The preseason, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Let's just get that done and get up to game number 1, up against the San Jose Sharks. All right, let me just go back to my line changes and see if the game has updated our players overall. Have we seen any growth? All right, so 4-star. So Panarin is 89. Taves is 85 overall. His potential back up to exact elite. I think that's a glitch. That's got to be something of a glitch. Every year it jumps back up to exact elite and then goes back down again. I don't get it. Patrick Kane. Okay, so it's only 3 bar for his scouting. Yeah, I'd say he's still a top 6. 89 overall is Patrick Kane, so he dropped. Don't have Andronov uncovered just yet, so we still have to play him a little bit more. All right, defenseman. Bachfest is still an 86. Yeah, we definitely stunted his growth. We did something to Bachfest. He is not growing, which is unfortunate. And goaltenders, Pudinovs is up at yeah, so it's perfect. Pudinovs is already an 83 overall goaltender, and Jonathan Quick is like an 80 overall goaltender. So that's perfect. That was the perfect signing for us. So Pudinovs, you're getting the chance as the starting tendy this year, my man. What can you do? Kurt Adams, Varlamov, Johnson haven't uncovered the AHL squad just yet. I guess they haven't started. Right, preseason. AHL doesn't have preseason games. So you know what we'll do? I know I said I was going to simulate a month at a time, but let's see how we start the year. Can we go on a winning streak at all? Game number 1 up against the San Jose Sharks. A winning streak? Yeah, baby. A 5-4 victory to start the year. And Chicago Blackhawks, we're scoring goals this time, boys. Patrick Kane and Forsberg. Up against Nashville, Forsberg's old team. Oh, you know what? Speaking of Nashville, I'd imagine everyone wants to see Jackson Kostopoulos. We can track his year now. He's going to get to play on the first line with the Nashville Predators the entire season. So what kind of numbers is this guy going to put up? Is he going to be, watch him be like the best player in the NHL. Where is he? There, he's playing on the 3rd line. Jackson Kostopoulos. He's up to 88 overall. In 2 games played, he's got 2 assists. Oh, man, I want to uncover this guy. I want to know how good he is. So in 80 games played last season, he had 38 points. I think he got going with Nashville. Let's keep an eye on Jackson Kostopoulos, right? Basically, who had a better season, Jackson or Philip Forsberg? We can come back and watch it afterwards. I gotta remind myself. I might even just write that down for the last thing to do before I close out this video. So let's continue. Let's see if our winning streak can get into, what was it, the 2013 Chicago Blackhawks that went on that great run at the beginning of the year, the shortened season. And there you go. Now it came to an end after 3 games. So I'm going to use some power of video editing, and we're going to clip this up so we can get to the trade deadline nice and quickly. Okay, so after the first month of simulating, a very good start for your Chicago Blackhawks. 8-3-0. We are scoring goals as well. So let's take a look at these individual stats and these player stats. Alex DeBrincat, 16 points in 11 games played. That's second line. First up, team stats. I just want to know the penalty kill and the power play. Just so, oh my god. That water, though. So goals for per game, 3.36. Goals against per game, 2.18. So yeah, with stats like that, we're going to be winning games. Power play percentage, oh my god, 6.7%. Yet our goals for per game is up at 3.36. So we're killing it 5-on-5. I'm not going to make any changes to the power play as of yet. I'd imagine those numbers will turn back around. There's no way, so I'm going to leave that the way it is. Penalty kill percentage is up at 81.3% though, so that's fine. 6.7% for power play. There's no way that's possible. There's no way our power play is playing that bad. We have studs on the power play, and if we're scoring 5-on-5, shouldn't we be doing better with one less player out there? So Alex DeBrincat, 16 points. Forsberg, 16 points. Andronov, 7 points. So that second line is killing it. First line, though, Panarin, Kane, and Taves. No, they're fine. They're fine. 6 points. They'll turn it around. That second line. Woo, I don't want to break it up. Our team's playing great right now. The third line of Zucker, Kunin. Yeah, they don't get points, but only -2. All right. Yeah, okay. Defensively, Bachfist with 10 points in 11 games played. There you go, Bachfist. I need a season like that. Gosh, Spirit, yeah, see, it might be now that we have 2 offensive defensemen that can really get it done. I was relying on Jokiharju to be that secondary offensive defenseman. Gosh, Spirit is a much better player offensively than Jokiharju. So that's going to really help us out. And then goaltenders, let's see this. Punanovs with a 939 save percentage and a goals against of 1.70. All right, it's only 10 games into the season. Well, 10 games for Punanovs. I think 13 games into the season. Actually, no, it's only 11 games into the season. Right, I guess they pull goaltenders and they both get games played for that game. But it's a good start, so let's get to the end of November. All right, so we're at the end of November. We started to trail off a little bit in the last 10 games, 4-5-1, but still 15-9-2. Take a look at some of these stats again, and we'll see what's going wrong. So the power play. If the power play is still around 6% or like 10%, I might have to do something about that. Chicago, so 2.92 goals for per game. Goals against, 2.38. I'm happy with that. Power play percentage, 8.5. All right, we've got to shake up the power play. I don't know why it's only clicking at an 8.5%. That's crazy. It should be way up there. Power play points, let's see. All right, so DeBrincat, does Kane? Kane has 2 power play points in 26 games played on friggin' tuners. Oh, that's crazy. All right, so we've got to shake up the power play quite a bit. But DeBrincat, 23 points in 26 games played. Kane, only 17 points in 26. It might be, where is Jonathan Taves? Taves all the way down here. He might be holding Kane back now. Let's see, 85. Oh, there it is. Look at that potential top 9. Yeah, he's going to drop off. This is their last season in a big way. So Jonathan Taves, really, what about Patrick Kane? Hang on a second here. Patrick Kane, also top 9. So this is really the last year for them, boys. We've got to get it done this season. So I got to shake up the power play a little bit. Defensively, Bachfist is killing it. Goshaspier's killing it. Our blue line looks great. They're all even players. And goaltenders, Punanov's 924 save percentage, even though he's lost 9 games. Jonathan Quick is 4-1-1. Really good to have a backup like that. Come on, boys. Punanov is playing good for us. We got to get him some power play goals. So let's get to the line changes here and shake it up a little bit. It's not working. For some reason, our power play is just not clicking. And it's 4 of 4. There should be plenty of power play opportunities. So we have to score. So DeBrincat, this is what I mean. Maybe it's Sanheim, Bachfist. All right, so what I'm going to try to do, instead of spreading it out, I'm going to go with Goshaspierre and Bachfist on the same power play line. Panarin, let me get Panarin's in there. Yep. DeBrincat's in there. Yep. And Kane. Should I get Forsberg in there? I'm just wondering. Should I somehow try to get Forsberg in there with his passing, his offensive order? Oh, look at Andronov. He jumped up to 85. Real good. Nice. His passing is 99. And DeBrincat's, oh, you know what? He's got the same offensive awareness as DeBrincat, but better passing. What about Forsberg? The only thing is none of these guys can win faceoffs. Panarin's got a faceoff rating of 60. Forsberg's got a shitty faceoff rating, so does Kane, so you can't do that. How about Andronov to the first line power play? That passing, all right, to pass the puck to Kane. You know what? Instead of Panarin as well on the first line power play, how about we go Forsberg? The shooters with the crazy passers, all right, because Andronov's a passer, Bachfist and Goshaspierre are both passers, and Forsberg and Kane. You know what? I'll even put Gostisbehere and Bachvist on their passing wing because Kane and Forsberg are on the shooting wings, all right? So we'll try that out. And then you got Taves, DeBrincat. I'm going to take Taves off the power play, all right, because he's not getting anything done. I'm going to give a chance to this Kabanoff guy down here. All right, because he's got 99 passing as well. Offensive awareness, 92? What the hell? All right, yeah, I'm going to give it a chance to this Kabanoff guy. That's crazy. Maybe he should even go in there instead of Andronov, Kabanoff. 92 offensive awareness. I'll put him on the second with DeBrincat. What's his faceoffs like? 64. So it's got to be DeBrincat taking faceoffs. All right, and Kabanoff, you can play on the left side. Actually, you can play... Yeah, you can play on the left side passing it. Then Jokiharju and Sanheim back there. Sure. Sanheim. What about Ryan Getzlaf? Is he offensive? No, he's not. He's dropping off, but he's still a good fourth liner for us. So that's the team. Now, Kabanoff is up to an 82. Kunin, Zucker. All right. The power play lines look different. So we're really loading up that first line with Bachvist, Gostisbehere, Forsberg, and Andronov, Kane. Kabanoff, DeBrincat, Panarin. So no more Jonathan Taves, which means we can use Jonathan Taves on the penalty kill. So Getzlaf, you're going to come off. And we're going to throw Jonathan Taves in there, all right? And Ferland on the right, yeah. We might as well utilize Jonathan Taves' strengths, which are defense. He just does not working out on the power play. Now, starting lineups. I was wondering if I should get Andronov in there, and then I could bring up Kabanoff to that second line. I could go like this. I could go like that, and then that third line is just pure defense. Although Kane's not getting any point. You know what? I'm going to try this for a month, all right? Andronov's going to move up. I know that second line was killing it, but Kabanoff has the same kind of points as Andronov. And Kabanoff was 82 overall. Andronov was 82 overall last season when he was killing it on that second line. So Kabanoff might be able to just slip right in there and perform exactly the same. And now Andronov's passing and offensive awareness can go up there and replace Jonathan Taves, who just doesn't seem to be getting it done with Kane and Panarin this year. Now, who's got the better faceoffs, Kunin or Taves? Taves does. Yeah, Taves does. So I'm going to put Taves in the middle. Kunin, you can play on the right side. Zucker can play on the left side. So that third line is pure defense now. All right, and we've gone with all the offensive awareness and passing on the power play. Now, four-man power play as well. Bachvist, Panarin, DeBrincat, Kane. I'll take out DeBrincat, put in Andronov, Panarin, Kane. I'm going to take out Panarin right there. I'm going to put in Gostisbehere to play on the point. Might as well just throw all the guys that we know we can. And for this line, we'll go DeBrincat, Forsberg, Panarin, and not Taves. We need a defenseman in there. Or do we get a forward? Hang on. Who did I not use? Who did I not use? Chabarov I didn't use. Yeah, I didn't use Chabarov. You know what I'll do? Here we go. Gostisbehere, you can come down here instead of Taves. And I'm going to put Chabarov on the point. Hang on a second. He was a center, correct? Or Kabanoff. My bad. So Kabanoff's in there, but I could always... I'll go like this now. Okay, so Andronov, Kane, Panarin, Bachvist, DeBrincat. You know what? I'll even throw Forsberg in there. Yeah, Forsberg on the point. Forsberg, Kane, Andronov, Bachvist, Panarin, Kabanoff, DeBrincat, Gostisbehere. All right, so we're loading up the power play with all our best offensive awareness and passing players. Screw Jonathan Taves. And Taser is being pushed back to the third line. This is his last season. He may retire after this year because by the playoffs, he might be like 82, 81 overall. So might as well turn him into a third liner now and get those young players playing. So some big changes right there. 15, 9, and 2 for your Chicago Blackhawks. The veterans, they're really starting to fall off now, boys. What can we do? Let's get another month in. All right, so we're a few days into January. I wanted to simulate just a few days in so I could get Henry Jokiharju back into the lineup without having to stop twice. So defense, I'm going to take out Galvis and reinsert Henry Jokiharju. Thank you very much, Galvis. Okay, and now we will back out and take a look at these team stats once again. So the good news is that your Chicago Blackhawks started playing well again. 25, 13, and 3 with a record of 7, 2, and 1 in our last 10 games. And our power play might have gone up. Let's see. I have no clue why it was that bad before. That's crazy. But we were still getting goals. So Chicago, yeah, we're back up to 3 goals, 4 per game. Goals against 2.34. Power play percentage 15.1. So it's trending in the right direction. Yeah, that was definitely the better choice to make. And penalty kill 83.8. So Jonathan Toews on the penalty kill is going to make it even better now. So it seems like we've figured out the lines that are going to work for us this season. Take a look at the individual stats. Forwards, Panarin 36 points, DeBrincat 35 points, Kane 32 points. So he's starting to go up ever since Andronov moved up to that first line. Forsberg 31. Kabanoff now has more points than Andronov. 7 power play points. So I don't know, we played like 1 month with this, and Kabanoff already has 7 power play points. Yeah, that's the big increase. We made the big time change to that power play in the third line as well. Toews is now a +7, so he's playing with 3 guys who all play the exact same style as him. And then the fourth line, Hartman is a +8, Getzlaf is even, Ferland is a -1, but -1 for a fourth line player over 41 games who's only got 8 points. That's fine, man. That means in 41 games he's had like 9 goals scored against him. Even strength. If he's a -1, that's fine. Defenseman, let's see here. Yeah, there you go, Bachfist. Those are the kind of numbers I want to be seeing. And Shane Gostisbehere as well, helping out big time. Sanheim, Shea, and Jokiharju now just being used as a top 6 defenseman, and he's a real good top 6 defenseman. So +4, and he's helping out Nick Jensen down there. Goaltenders, Punanovs, .924 save percentage. Man, he's having a better season than Sergei Bobrovsky in his rookie year. At 83 overall, see what I mean? So a year like this will ensure that he grows, and next year he'll be 23 to start the season, and he'll be a legitimate like 87, 88. Next year, 24, and he'll be hopefully that 90 overall goaltender if you continue to grow him. Jonathan Quick, 5-2-1 with a .919 save percentage as our backup. So we're getting help. We have a good team. This team might actually be better than last year's team based on the bottom 6 and Shane Gostisbehere in the lineup and Punanovs as our goaltender. So we're here at the beginning of January. Yeah, let's take it all the way to the trade deadline, shall we? And we're here at the trade deadline, and in our last 10 games, we've gone 9-1-0 with a record of 40-18-4. We are second in our division and second in the NHL. The Colorado Avalanche are the best team, and we are hot on their tail. So, yeah, ever since putting Andronov up to the first... Andronov is a great player. Whoever he plays with, he gets them points. He was getting DeBrincat and Forsberg points at the beginning of the year. Patrick Kane was nowhere near point per game, and look what he's been on. He's been on a tear ever since Andronov got on that line. So beautiful. So let's take a look at these individual stats. Then we'll take a look at the player stats. We'll take a look at who's available at the draft or the trade deadline here. So Chicago, 3.34 goals for per game. So it was at 3 last time. We're trending upwards. Goals against per game, 2.45. Power play percentage, 20.5%. Our power play is great now. It went, geez, man, we turned that around. And the penalty kill, 82.2%. Andronov and Kabanoff were great acquisitions for the power play. Absolutely fantastic. So forwards, Patrick Kane, all right, 63 points in 62 games played and a +19. Panarin, 61 points. Forsberg, 51 points, but a 20-goal season. As a second liner, those are good numbers for me. DeBrincat, 49 points. Or also, he might have gotten more with Andronov on that line. Andronov, +25. So he's been moving from the second and first line. It doesn't matter where he plays. +25. 48 points in 62 games played. Unreal. Kabanoff. Look at Kabanoff, man. He was playing on the third line. Then I turned him around. He's got 13 power play points right now and 45 points on the year in 62 games played. So when you look at the future for Chicago, first line center, Valeri Andronov, and second line right wing, or left wing maybe, because his faceoffs is at 66. This guy, Kabanoff and Andronov for the Chicago Blackhawks. They just help whoever's around them. Jason Zucker a +10, Kunin a +5, Toews a +7, so that third line is fantastic. And then Getzlaf and Ferland, -6, -3. Don't worry about that. Someone on the team has got to be getting scored on. They're not getting much time on ice, and when the top 9 is playing that well, I'm fine with it. Defenseman. All right, so Bachfist, yeah, 47 points. That's the kind of year I want. He should grow with years like this, man. Jeez. Gostisbehere, 38. Brady Shea, 17. All of our defensemen are plus players. See what I mean about Jokiharju? Jensen has the same amount of points as he does. So even 5-on-5, he can't separate himself. He even has 3 power play points. So 5-on-5, Jensen's getting more points than Jokiharju. Goaltenders, Punanovs, a .920 save percentage. All right, yeah, numbers came back down to earth a little bit, but still really good for a rookie. How 84 overall now. So Maxim Punanov, that was the right call to drop Sergei Bobrovsky for this season, and he's been replaced by another Russian, Maxim Punanovs. Jonathan Quick, 903 save percentage. He's probably, he's 81. Never mind. I thought he would have been dropped off. Good backup, though, for us in the playoffs if things go south. Very good. What about the AHL? Who's doing what in the AHL? Kurt Adams, he's 79 overall. He might be ready to go for next season. 23 years of age. I don't know, as a sniper, though, a depth sniper. Rudy Delmas, 81 overall. This is the guy that we wanted to play one full season in the AHL. He'll be ready to go in the NHL next year. Bobby Ryan, Sven Johnson, 78 overall. All right, so there's a few guys down there. Varlamov and Chabarov, fourth line sniper. And Chabarov, another playmaker for us, but that passing at 95 and offensive awareness up there. Here's another guy that we could bring in on the third line then. Then you have Chabarov, Kabanov, and, there's another one in there. Hang on. Chabarov, let me get forwards. Chabarov's on the AHL squad. Andronov and Kabanov. Chabarov, Andronov, Kabanov. First, second, and third line playmakers for Chicago. That would be interesting. All right, cool. So you've taken a look at our team. Our team seems to be simulating quite well right now. If you look at our lines, what could we acquire to make us that much better? Oh, I'm all congested. I'm almost there. I just got to finish. Michael Ferland, Getzlaf, and Hartman. Maybe we could improve that fourth line. Ryan Getzlaf does seem to be dropping way off. I could keep him in there, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to have some depth. We have Kovalchuk and Roussel that we haven't had to use. We've been lucky with the injuries so far this season. But let's go to the trade screen and see what's available. We also have to confront the fact that Taves and Kane are going to get a massive drop-off if not retire this year. Taves might be gone this year. Kane might be gone after the next season. So what's available? We have Forsberg and Panarin to go into the future with. Kabanov and Chabarov. Or Andronov. I can't even... Chabarov and Andronov. Oh, jeez, I can't even keep up with it. But who else could we get? So let me just bring up the overalls and we'll go through all the teams. We don't need a goaltender. Punanovs is going to be our man. I want to turn him into the guy. Moore, 85 overall, 3 years left. No. If we're going to make a trade, let's get a good one. Somebody that can help us out into the future to help replace Taves and Kane. Barron, no. Detroit, nobody's right there. Nobody. LA Kings, 80 overall. Walmart. Nah, I mean, some depth, but no, not really. Here we go. Greenway, 1 year left. Joel Eriksson Ek, 1 year left. No extensions on these guys. Matt Nieto, 1 year left. Here we go. All right, so let's take a look at Jordan Greenway. What kind of player is this guy? We're just going to raid the Minnesota Wild. Power forward, right? Take a look at his individual stats. Might be somebody that we just throw on the fourth line to help them out. Like a big defensive player. Yeah, look. So he throws hits, and he takes the puck away. So remember the problem in last year's playoffs. The top six was scoring goals, and I think they're going to score goals again. Our power play is clicking. Our top six is clicking. We got to make sure the bottom six is not going to hurt us. So Jordan Greenway, I would just put him on the fourth line instead of like a Ryan Hartman. Or instead of a Ryan Getzlaf even, right? Jordan Greenway. Can he win faceoffs? No, 67. So you got to put him on the wing. Joel Eriksson Ek, a sniper. I don't need any more offensive base players. I need defense in the bottom six. The third line's already set. I just need fourth liners. Greenway fits into that mold. Baptiste, no. Wagner, Andrew Shaw, no. Greenway's still the best. I would trade a first for Greenway in an instant, if you guys deem it necessary. Now, everyone on that, I mean, Kevin Hayes we could get as a center. Double replace, like replace Hartman and Getzlaf. I don't think we need to do that, though. Leipzig, Dylan, Wayne Simmons is in there, but only 81 overall. Now, the best one still, Christopher Tanev. We don't need any defense. We're fine. Ryan O'Reilly. Ryan O'Reilly might not be a bad. 4 years left, though. Now, 4 years left at 33. 4 years left is nice for our contract, but 33 years of age, that's not going to work for me. Singlet, no. Lahoy, no. Nylander, no. Clymer, no. Tom Wilson, 1 year left. Here we go. So Tom Wilson and Jordan Greenway for the fourth line. Ooh, that could be interesting. Winnipeg. All right, so hang on a second here. The Washington Capitals. If we take a look at Tom Wilson, right? This is exactly the kind of player that we need for the playoffs. Now, is he good defensively? Actually, he's not. He gets some offensive chances. So I think Jordan Greenway would be the better bet here. Tom Wilson, minus nine. He's taking penalties as well. No, I take that back. I wouldn't want to target Tom Wilson. He's more of an offensive grinder. Grinders sometimes can be offensive as well. It's the same with like a power forward. Sometimes power forwards shoot the puck a lot, but sometimes they can be used on the penalty kill. Jordan Greenway, he seems to be more of a defensive guy. Penalty minutes, only 29 penalty minutes, 59 last year. He's not taking a lot of penalty minutes, so you can trust him. He's not taking a lot of shots, all right? So that means he's not offensive, and he's just focusing on the defensive part of the game. If I have to choose between Jordan Greenway and Tom Wilson, it's Greenway. So if I put him in the trade, how much is it going to take? So if I go, I'd rather hold on to, let me see, I got Hartman back there. I'd rather hold on to him. But if I just go down all the way, Ryan Hartman, they want him, so it would make sense. He's 79 overall. It would make sense to go Ryan Hartman for Greenway and then a first rounder. I already traded away my first rounder for this year, so maybe even like a second rounder for next season and a second rounder for this season. That might go through. In fact, I think it will go through. Yeah, that would be nice. And then our fourth line is the grinder, Michael Furland, the veteran, Ryan Getzlaf, and Jordan Greenway to really bolster that fourth line. And we still have Antoine Roussel and Kovalchuk for depth up front. Maybe trade for a depth defender because all we have is Galvis, but we can bring up Delmas, who's 81 overall from the AHL. So I think we're actually okay right there. What do you guys think about that? Jordan Greenway. I didn't notice anyone else. Tom Wilson. You could flip, what's his name? Furland for Tom Wilson. Let's just do one more thing. Hang on. Because if Furland has offensive stats as well, then you might as well make the change. Furland for Tom Wilson for some draft picks. Let's see Michael Furland. If he's got more takeaways than giveaways, though, you might as well just keep him. Oh, man, he had a good season this year, but last year he's given the puck. You might want to flip Furland for Tom Wilson just to go up from an 81 overall to an 84. So what do you guys think about that? Our fourth line could be Getzlaf. So even though Getzlaf is dropping off, bottom six forward, he'll be able to survive for the playoff run, but he'll have two stud players, a power forward and a grinder alongside of him. And then all of a sudden that bottom six is just scary. Scary bottom six. So do you guys agree with that idea? Hartman for Greenway and Furland for what's his name? Tom Wilson, and just use some draft picks to get it done. I will let you guys comment away in the comment section, but this is it, all right? This is it. Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews, this is their last season. Kane will stick around for 1 year. Toews might retire, but they're going to be low 80s next season, man. Oh, my God. So, boys, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey, guys, Johnny here, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and make sure notifications are on so you don't miss out on any new content. We also live stream on Twitch where I take days off my life for your entertainment. Sonny Gray, get out of it. You stupid pieces of shit! I should have gone with Jose for Fernandez! Oh my God, pitching change. Fernandez, get your ass in there. Oh, I swear to God, baseball God just decided to all over me. Grand slam, oh yeah. Make me miss the playoffs with a first-ranked team. Year 2, 30 games above 500, no divisional win, trip to the wild card. First inning.